Good morning everyone and welcome to Hobart Airport. Today I'll be flying JETSTAR's A320 on JQ718 from Hobart to Sydney. This is the Hobart Airport terminal. It's fairly small, compact and fit for purpose, I'd say. It's a very quiet terminal, but we're all set for check-in now. This is our flight arriving in from Sydney. It was right on schedule. It's the A320-200 in the Buzz Lightyear livery. I'll see you guys on board. The interesting and kinda cool thing about Hobart Airport is that they still use stairways to board the flight, which I guess gives it a bit of a retro vibe while flying out of Hobart. So welcome aboard JETSTAR's A320, and I was lucky enough to score a window seat, and I got a really warm welcome from the crew, and the wing view is pretty decent as well, so far I'm really satisfied with everything.
Make yourself comfortable, please ensure your luggage is stowed well underneath the seat in front of you, on an overhead locker. For electronic devices, they may remain on, they should be in flight mode where the main camera is closed. Laptop computers, iPad Pros, they may not be used during takeoff.
But this time the aircraft was now ready for departure, so the crew were really sort of just finalizing everything and getting the aircraft ready for its pushback. So with the JETSTAR fare that I booked, I was able to choose the seat that I wanted for a fairly nominal fee, which is also, I guess, a pretty good perk, especially if you're looking to fly cheap. But yeah, I'll see you guys once we take off, and I'll let you guys enjoy the takeoff views out of Hobart.
Remember, nearest you on the front of the safety features of this aircraft.
Make sure you're familiar with the brace position best suited to your seat. The onboard safety instruction card in your seat pocket shows pictures of your brace. A320 has 8 emergency exits, which we'll now show you. 2 at the front, 4 over the wing, and 2 at the back of the cabin. Lights will illuminate, showing you the path to follow to these exits. If we need to leave the aircraft quickly,
From what I seem to notice about Hobart Airport is that it's got a single runway and a single taxiway. So based off what I saw of Flight Radar 24 and what I actually saw in real life, it looks that if an aircraft wants to take off from on the full length of the runway, it actually has to taxi all the way down and then backtrack, which is, I guess, a fairly common thing for a small airport.
cards, including Amex, as well as debit cards with the Visa or MasterCard symbol. JETSTAR does not currently have contactless payment available, so please have your physical card ready to swipe. The consumption of your own alcohol, smoking, e-cigarettes, vaping are all strictly prohibited. Please be careful noting as your doctor's in-flight in case any result. Different flights to your later journey.
I found it kind of impressive that almost like 5 minutes after the seatbelt sign went off, the crew rolled down with the beverage cart and the meal cart. Part of my ticket included a $10 voucher, so that included anything off the menu for $10. You can also utilize the full value of the voucher and pay the difference, which is what I did. And I should add here that the crew were really, really good on this flight. They were really sweet, and they promptly brought me my ham sandwich. And let me tell you something about this ham sandwich. It was actually extremely good. Probably one of the best meals that I've ever had on a regional flight. It was so good, and I've actually heard that it's quite famous on Jetstar, so that was really good. And I just enjoyed the rest of the views on the flight, honestly. Part of the agreement that I made with the crew is that even though I film the flight, that I wouldn't record any of their faces, which is why you can't really see any of the crew. But let me assure you that they did an extremely good job on this flight.
The seatbelt sign has now been switched on for landing. Please make sure your seatbelt and the seatbelt of infants and children travelling with you is now fastened. The cabin crew team will now be seated for landing. Thank you.
So let me conclude this flight as we're just approaching Sydney Airport. To start off with, the check-in experience at Hobart was alright, and the flight itself was very good. The ham and cheese toasty was excellent. The seat was clean, and the fact that I had an emergency exit row seat just made it a whole lot better. The crew were fantastic. I had a good chat with the cabin manager. He seemed like a really nice gentleman. Now, I will add that there's two other airlines that compete on this route. There's Qantas and Virgin Australia. Usually when I fly Singapore Airlines, I fly Virgin Australia on this sector because of the codeshare partnership. And for the budget price that you pay with Jetstar, because at the end of the day it is a low-cost carrier, I think the service that you get is good. Amidst the bad light that Jetstar has been getting in the media, I can't really comment about that because this flight was excellent. So based off this flight alone, I'm quite happy to recommend Jetstar, and I'll give this flight a solid 8 out of 10.
seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain has switched off the seatbelt sign. JETSTAR would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. Would also like to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. This morning we do anticipate using the forward and rear door to disembark. If the rear door does become available, please ensure you hold on to the handrail as you go down the stairs. Follow the directions of the staff for a safe passage into the terminal. Smoking, e-cigarettes, vaping, all strictly prohibited at all times. Please take care when opening overhead lockers. Baggage may have moved during the flight. Remember to check your seat pockets for any personal items. If you're traveling with small children or have concerns using the rear stairs, please use the forward door. Take care when opening overhead lockers in case luggage has moved during the flight. Please remember to check your seat pockets for any personal items. If your phone is in reach, you can switch it on. However, you must not use it whilst walking across the tarmac. On behalf of Captain Rob Jacobson and your crew, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with JETSTAR. Certainly been a pleasure having you with us. We look forward to seeing you the next time you choose to fly. Thank you and good morning.